Good morning.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Can you hear me okay? Let me speak the microphone a little bit. To all the parents and grandparents and our guests, thank you so much for being here. There we go. Good morning to all the parents, grandparents, and guests. Thank you so much for being here. We have had this tradition at Sunshine Cottage since 1978, so for 33 years, if my math is correct, we have had Fiesta royalty. And it's one of those things that our children always look forward to every year. So before we get started, I would like to tell people if you need cards, or if you're sitting next to someone who does need cards, you can use your cell phone and go to www.sunshinecottage.org/CART, C-A-R-T. On that note, let's go ahead and get started. And I would like to begin with the presentation of colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and Texas Pledge. I'll ask you to stand, and this will be under the direction of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students.
Please join me in honoring our flag. Color guard mix. Post the colors. Please join me in saying the pledge to the American flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in saying the pledge to the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Color guard to child.
Nice job. Great job. And then go ahead and have a seat. I have two people I would like to introduce. First of all, I would like to introduce our mistress of ceremony, Molly Truax. And Molly, if you will come on up.
We've got the Twinkle Twinkle first.
Okay. And also our narrator, Bree Ball. Bree is one of our board members who's very graciously agreed to be with us here today. So pre-K students, are you ready to do our Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
Twinkle,
Jenny Browning, Leanne Galloway, Maria Flores, Doris Morales, Nadine Dieriksen, Amanda Scovia, Roseanne Hernandez, and Casey Hutchinson. There's nothing sweeter than hearing children sing. So thank you very much for helping us make this possible. Okay, so Molly, take the stage, and now it's time to meet.
Well, welcome to Sunshine Cottage Fiesta 2019. Sunshine Cottage proudly presents the Court of the Galaxy. Climb aboard and buckle up as we unlock the mysteries of the Milky Way. The Milky Way is home to 8 planets that revolve around the sun and a multitude of smaller stars. Each of these planets is uniquely created to serve a purpose for our universe. The beauty of exploring these planets is that our minds are humbly open to the fact that there is life beyond our planet. Each probe into the deeper recesses of space exposes us to new facts and mysteries that expand our knowledge and help us to comprehend our place in the universe. Join us as we make the voyage to each planet and celebrate what makes the Milky Way unique.
Representing the explorer of the great beyond, Xavier, the House of Fraga.
Nope.
Abe,
Molly.
the Court of the Galaxy.
Not yet.
To infinity and beyond may be the greatest quote from a cosmonaut ever. Thank you, Buzz Lightyear, for completely encompassing space and its infinite nature. In 1958, the United States joined the great space race by creating the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, a place not only for aeronautical and aerospace research, but to train future space explorers. NASA's first successful launch of an astronaut in space was Alan Shepard in May of 1961. Since that time, NASA has launched over 135 space shuttle missions. Only these elite pioneers can boast of seeing out of this world view of Earth.
Now, representing the explorer of the great beyond, Xavier of the House of Fraga. Abe, to the Court of the Galaxy.
Sky. These brilliant and dazzling stars have been and continue to play an important role in the foundations of civilizations throughout the world. Observers have started to use these shining lights as beacons for navigation and orientation. Astronomers have cataloged these fixed groups of orbs into constellations for easier identification. Constellations are represented as a god, a figure, animal, or object. Two of the most popular constellations that are easy to see by the naked eye are the Big and Little Dipper. So as the sun goes down and the moon appears, if you see that dazzling falling star, close your eyes and make a wish.
Representing bright shining stars, Page of Celestial Wonders, Lauren Faith of the House of Stark. Paige of Dazzling Constellations. Morgan Ashley of the House of Carpenter.
Representing the Roman goddess of love and beauty, Venus is a second planet from the Sun. Venus is often called Earth's sister planet. In 1610, Galileo observed this planet that goes through phases like our moon. And this observation later helped confirm that planets orbit around our Sun, not Earth. The heat of the Sun radiates off the surface of Venus, and dense gases encase that heat and makes Venus the hottest planet in the Milky Way. Average temperatures reach 863 degrees Fahrenheit. Venus is the brightest object in the Earth's sky after the Sun and the Moon. This shining planet is often the first object seen in the twilight hours.
Representing the morning and evening star, Perseus, Leticia of the House of Huerta, Duchess of the planet Venus. Crown you Duchess Leticia.
Is named after the Roman god of war, so it's no surprise that the most identifiable feature of the planet is its red soil. Mars is home to the largest known volcano, Olympus Mons, which is 3 times larger than Earth's Mount Everest. Since the 19th century, people have suspected and fantasized about little green people known as Martians. A long-term effort to explore this planet was formed in 1993. The goal was to determine if life had ever been present, to explore its climate, to characterize its geology, and prepare for human exploration. While missions to Mars have provided no evidence of intelligent life, the mystique of this planet lives on in science fiction.
Representing the red planet, His Grace, Joaquin Tiago of the House of Januario, Duke of the planet Mars.
is known for its expeditious orbit around the sun. Mercury, first observed in the 17th century, is the smallest planet and the closest to the sun. Further exploration has indicated that its unique orbit, crater surface, and thin atmosphere allows this planet to have extreme temperatures. The surface can reach temperatures as high as 800 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and as low as negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit in the evening. The planet's craterous, rocky-grained silicate surface accommodates these intense climate changes and creates a brilliant telescopic vision.
Representing the Swift planet, Her Grace, Olivia Jade, of the House of Ivans, Duchess of the planet Mercury. Duchess Olivia.
The only planet not named after a Greek or Roman deity, Greek mythology begins with Gaia, the mother of all life and the personification of planet Earth. Earth is the only habitable planet in the Milky Way, populated by approximately 7.5 billion people. Earth may be the planet we know most about, but it's still shrouded in mystery, such as why is there so much water? And what happened to the dinosaurs? When the gas particles of our planet's atmosphere collide with charged particles from the sun, a beautiful phenomenon called the aurora borealis happens in the northern and southern hemispheres. These are just a few of the marvels of the place we call home.
Representing the third rock from the sun, His Grace, Jose Angel of the House of Silva, Duke of the planet Earth. Duke Jose Angel.
Neptune was named after the Roman god of the sea. It is the 8th planet from our sun in our solar system, and it takes 16,190 days to rotate around the sun. John Joseph Lemaire and Sir George B. Avery both discovered the planet in 1846 using mathematical calculations. The climate of this planet is extremely active. Neptune's core is the size of Earth, and it gets extremely hot. The Caribbean blue hue of Neptune is derived from the perfect combination of atmospheric gases. This planet embodies its namesake.
Representing the big blue planet, lady in waiting for the queen, Ava Katerina of the House of Image, princess of the planet Neptune.
Discovered in 1781 by William Herschel and named after the Greek god of the sky. It's the first planet to be discovered by the use of a telescope. It has the most unique orbit in our solar system because it has the largest tilt and it spins on its side. Because of this unique orientation, seasons last 20 years. The surface of this planet is comprised of hot, dense, icy materials, with temperatures reaching negative 357 degrees Fahrenheit. Uranus is protected by 27 moons that are named after characters by William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Due to extreme levels of methane, high temperatures, and pressures in the atmospheres, scientists have hypothesized that Uranus could be raining diamonds.
Representing the ice giant, His Royal Highness, aide to the King, Sebastian Rene of the House of Rodriguez, Prince of the planet Uranus.
Our court will now rise for the King and Queen. Audience, please remain seated. Saturn was named after the Roman god of agriculture and harvest. It is one of the most identifiable in our solar system because of the 9 continuous rings. These rings are comprised of water, ice, and rock. Galileo was the first to observe these rings through a telescope in 1610. To observe the planet itself, a telescope is not needed. Just look up and find the 5th brightest object in the sky. This gaseous planet is also less dense than water, which means if you could find a large enough body of water, it would float. Saturn's 62 moons range from very small to very large and form 10 different orbital groups. Saturn's elegant rings and loyal entourage of moons unwittingly mimic the trappings of a royal court.
Representing the ring planet, Her Gracious Majesty, Caitlin Marie of the House of Vasquez, Queen of the Court of the Galaxy.
Jupiter was named for the king of the Roman gods. Like several others, Galileo found this rock in 1610. It's the largest planet in our solar system and has over 60 moons that form 8 different moon groups. The fast rotation of this planet means it makes a complete spin on its axis in less than 10 hours. This fast rotation also causes the planet to be compressed, meaning it's wider in the middle than it is from north to south. Like other planets, Jupiter has interesting weather. It has had a storm raging for over 400 years, and scientists hypothesize that the storm won't be gone until the year 2040. This huge stormy planet has a dominant presence in our Milky Way. Royal in its name and size, Jupiter is befitting of our kingdom.
Representing the giant planet, His Gracious Majesty, Aiden of the House of Mata, King of the Court of the Galaxy.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed the Court of the Galaxy and our opening celebration at Fiesta. Please remain seated as our court will now retire.
thank you to Lisa Lopez and Juliana Wanek and Shirley Yu. Thank you for being here and playing the piano. It takes a whole adults to make this production possible. Thank you